morning, Thursday, May 2nd, 2024. I thought about this last night in the deep hours of the night, morning. I've shared it with friends, cousins. It's something that I heard Apostle Leroy Thompson say, front life. You have to consider, and I'm on a college campus right now, Indian River State College, Massey campus, main campus, Fort Pierce. There comes a point in your life, people may see it, it may get revealed to you at a different phase. I didn't really catch it till I was in my 30s. People have this front life that they have it all together, the relationship, the car, the house. Okay. What I'm saying to you is, in some demographics and perspectives, people would rather you shack up or force get married just to have somebody to show, so people don't question. Car. Some people driving nice, but with disregard to other financial things in their life. And I mean, not just a car, not just a decent utility for what they need. Like, they might really be Lexus G Class, Mercedes-Benz S Class, BMW 5 Series, BMW 7 Series, and sometimes multiples to prove that I'm stable, that I'm right. Some people may go buy house because sister bought a house, brother bought a house, friend, colleague bought a house. Nothing wrong with any of these things, but what's the motive? And then if you find yourself single over an age that certain people consider as time, doing good, sir. Do you think it'd be a more quality choice to wait for a person that shares the same faith as you, has likewise devotions and calls in life? It may not be the same thing, but you meet in the middle. Like, you may be a dentist, they may be an architect, they may be a music teacher, you may be a firefighter. But you meet on, what does the word say? What does the book say? Can we be taught the word from the apostle, from the pastor? Things like that. Versus just going to grab somebody so people don't bother you. It's easy to get somebody that's a good person, that's nice, that's attractive. But don't you really want what you really want? For example, here I'm at 37, I made some goals. There was a certain type of sedan I wanted at 33, 34 that came with a certain type of money status for me, not for what they call the validation. No, I actually wanted that life. But this is what the grace will do. This is what the mercy will do. It's not over. I was just setting a heavy goal, but it's for the right reasons, because I want that. But there are people out here. It's almost like to shut the hater down, to prove them wrong. It's like, that didn't happen for me, but let's just say I'm liking trucks and SUVs more. And even though I'm going through a dilemma with an SUV that I didn't quite do the research on, but I sure took care of it and posted videos of taking care of it. But had I done the research on it, I would have known what I was getting into. It's one of those things that you kind of throw money into, throw money at. I didn't know. I just saw them in people's driveways. So I figured I get this Jeep, a Jeep brand. Okay, for example, I got that. And people around me say, well, how are you paying for a Jeep that you're not driving and paying for somebody's rental car? But I've weathered the storm financially. The thing I was doing that people were concerned about, and that may be part that I left out in the beginning. I think I was doing self-employed, ride share, doing that 7 years. I know what it's like to make a good high four figures a month. So I have financial pressure, but my threshold grew. I got stretched during that time. And I was working very hard. There were of times I was working 60 hours, 80 hours, 100 some hours a week. So for me to work a temp agency job and a restaurant job, I can handle it. It's hard sometimes, but I rise to the occasion. But it's with the right motive because I want my financial freedom. It's not to strive to prove anything to anybody. And a lot of times when people are trying to break you from enduring the trial and the test that the enemy is throwing at you, they call themselves worried because they think that you don't know what you're doing. They think that maybe you are trying to prove somebody wrong. Nah, I'm just trying to get past this test, this trial. And with God, His Word, and people who bear the fruit, the examples, that's going to keep me encouraged on the journey. But I care less what people think because with that comes, there comes the chatter. There comes the chatter of people caring how you look. I never really cared how I look. I take care of my appearance the best I can. I try to be presentable, make first impressions, but I don't want to fit in the boxes of, in the natural man, for example, you got somebody to fool with. But even sometimes folks that are religious, not so much having the proper guidance, they got to have somebody just so it's the appearance of they're not in sin or something of that sort. When some of us need to wait and endure and get the right thing because the compromise comes with bickering and misunderstanding and not being on the same page about things. And financially, for example, you're doing what you can do and you do that long enough and you trust God when you want to not be a part of that front life equation. So listen to what I said, share with a friend if it helps. If you see somebody who you know got a good heart, a genuine heart, like Bishop Daniel Robertson, I heard him say, Bishop Daniel Robertson Jr., I heard him say, we got a world that's like, it's all about, right now, it's like get mine, proving people wrong, mashing people, like Kenneth Copeland said, mashing people. But I'm actually one of the good-hearted people. I'm not perfect, but I like to do things to inspire people and encourage people, give people a helping hand, a hand up, while I'm working on my stuff, because I know I got some extra help. I'm doing what I can in the natural, but I got some supernatural help from the Godhead. So share this with somebody if it helps. Like, break the cycle of the front life. Just be real. Just be real.